G'day folks, welcome to the channel. It is October 2024 and Garmin have just announced new pricing for their inReach communicator devices. So what does all that mean? Well, let's go and have a look. Now previously the plans were all pretty confusing. They had two different plan types and three tiers within those, and you had to kind of decipher it all and work out the best thing. Now they claim to have simplified it all. They've eliminated the choice between the annual contract or the month-to-month one. So now you only have three to choose from. You have essential, standard, or premium level plans. Now actually there is a fourth plan, and I'll get to that a bit later. So you jump onto the Garmin inReach website plans page and you'll see all the new plans in a table. Now just as before, remember that all of the plans do all of the things, it's just how many you get for your money. So what I want to do in this video is to have a closer look at these plans, see what's changed, then work out which plan offers the best value for me. Now as an adventure rider, there's two key features for me. One is the text messages and the second is the track points. So that's what I'm going to use for the cost comparisons as I go on in this video. Now depending on how you use it, you'll have to decide what's important, but hopefully this video can at least show you the maths involved in working out those cost comparisons. So let's have a quick look at the plan differences for the messaging and the tracking features. For text messages on the Essential plan, you now get 50 included messages, and on the Standard plan, you get 150. Now this is a huge increase from the old plans. And on either plan, if you send more than that, you just pay for each message. For track points on the Essential plan, there's no included track points, meaning you pay for each one. And on the Standard plan, there are unlimited track points. There's also a premium level, which I'm just going to ignore here though, because it's basically the same as the Standard plan, but it has unlimited messaging and increased track point frequency, which is 2 minutes instead of 10 minutes. So now I'm going to talk about the break-even point, and this is the point at which it becomes more economical to move up to a higher plan based on how you use the device. And through this video, I'll be talking in Australian dollars, but I will include the US equivalent prices, and you'll see the break-even points work out nearly the same. So let's assume we are on the Essential plan. We know the Essential plan costs $25 a month, and the Standard plan costs $50 a month. So it's that difference in costs is how we're going to work out the break-even point. So the price difference between the two plans is $25. So for text messages, how many messages can you send on the Essential plan before it's more economical to change up to the Standard plan? $25 divided by the cost of the messages, 85 cents, equals 29 messages, plus the 50 included messages, and now you're up to 79 messages in a month before it's cheaper to change up to the Standard plan. That is a lot of messages. That's almost 3 per day. And that doesn't include the preset check-in messages, of which you can send an unlimited amount. The preset messages are the ones that you set up on your computer before you leave home. It's a preset message to preset recipients, like a check-in message. For track points, how many track points can you send before it's cheaper to move up to the Standard plan? $25 divided by 20 cents for each track point equals 125 track points. The Standard track point send interval is 10 minutes, so that works out to be about 21 hours of tracking. For an adventure rider like me, that's 21 hours, which is about 3 days of trackable riding per month before I'm better off on the Standard plan. And I could change 10 minutes to like a 20-minute interval, and then I get twice as much tracking for my money. Now there is a fourth plan that I haven't spoken about yet. It's called the Enabled plan. Now this one is a little bit hidden. It's certainly not on the Garmin Australia page explaining the plans. It's only presented when you go to the change plan section on your phone in the Earthmate app. Then you get presented with the information. On the old pricing structure, you could suspend your device and you could be charged nothing, $0. The big drawback though was that device was effectively dead. Not even SOS messages worked. Well, that suspend option is now gone and it's been replaced by enabled. The massive difference now is that the device remains functional. Now, of course, it's not free. Nothing's free in this world. For $13.50 a month, you get a cut down Essentials plan with unlimited SOS messaging, but nothing else included. Now, check-in messages cost 20 cents, text messages are 85 cents, track points are 20 cents each. So it does all the things, you just pay for all the things. So let's run that break-even exercise between the enabled plan and the next plan up. Now, because the next one up, the Essentials plan, has limited messages and track points, it's probably not worth changing from one limited plan to another. So I'm just going to jump from the enabled to the standard plan with its way more messaging and unlimited tracking. So the difference in cost between enabled and standard is $36.50. For text messages, how many messages can you send on the enabled plan before it's more economical to change to the standard plan? $36.50 divided by 85 cents is 42 text messages. Now, just for purely check-in messages, 20 cents each, that's 182 messages for every month. And like for a reasonable mix of the two, you could send 30 check-in messages, 35 text messages. For track points, how many track points can you send before it's cheaper to move up to the standard plan? $36.50 divided by 20 cents equals 182 track points, which at 10 minutes per track point is about 30 hours of tracking, maybe 4 days. So for an adventure rider on a budget, this enabled plan could absolutely work. If you just sent check-in messages, if you change your track point send interval to say 20 minutes or 30 minutes, then you've got yourself a pretty cheap to run device that will track you, will send messages, will receive messages, and potentially save your bacon one day. If you do want a $0 option, you can deactivate your device. You're removing the device from the network and you will have to pay the activation fee when you want to use it again, which is currently $70 Australian or about $40 US. Now that fee is the equivalent of 5 months worth of enabled plan fees. So if you know for sure you won't be using your device for 5 months or more, then that is the cheapest option. That activation fee is applicable to all new devices connected to these plans. If you're currently on one of the old plans, then there's no activation fee when you switch. Also, if you're currently on an old plan, you can stay on that plan for some time. If you're on a flexible plan, that is the month-to-month one, you can stay on that plan until your next annual renewal date. You can suspend the device, you can move up and down the plan tiers until that date. If you're on an annual plan, you can remain on that plan indefinitely. However, you cannot change tiers. You are stuck with whatever you're on today. So what if you are on, say, the annual safety plan, which was the cheapest plan on the old system? Should you change or should you stay? Well, again, let's run the numbers. The difference between the safety plan and the essentials plan is $5. So for $5, you can get about 5 hours of tracking or 6 extra messages on top of the 10 that you get on the safety plan before it's more cost effective to switch. But really, if you're using this device for messaging at all on the safety plan, you're probably better off a new plan because of the massive increase in included messages. There are comparison tables between the old and the new plan on the Garmin website if you want to look further into the other plans. So what does it all mean? Well, for me, I'm going to go with the enable plan. I'm not currently riding a lot, but I really do like knowing that my device is 100% functional at all times. When I'm going to do a bit more riding in a given month, say more than 4 days, then I'll change to the standard plan, then I can get the unlimited tracking and more messages. There's no cost to change plans, you just pay for the higher plan for a minimum of 1 month. Look, overall, I think Garmin have done a great job with these new plans. Yes, they cost slightly more than the old plans, but they're far simpler to understand, and I really, really like the new and cheap enabled plan that keeps this thing active at all times. So I hope that's been helpful for you. It definitely helped me decide what was more economical for me. I started out thinking one thing, but after running through some of these scenarios, I've actually changed my mind. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.